Hello, hello, and happy World Card Making Day to you. Lots of people have been asking about how I tie my bows. Of course, I don't see anything special with them, but apparently there's something if y'all want to know how I tie them. So I'm going to do just a quick tutorial. I have no idea if this is going to work or not, but at least I can give you a visual of how I tie my bows. So let's start with the card. And let's start with a ribbon. This ribbon is one of my favorites. It's a nylon and polyester blend just from Hobby Lobby. A little bit wider. It's probably, how wide is this? It's about 7/8 of an inch. So what I do, I leave the ribbon attached to the spool. You don't have to. It's just, again, personal preference. This is what I do. But I unroll a whole bunch of it. The next step, I told you it's going to be interesting. Wrap the ribbon underneath the front of the card. And it looks like I tend to do things upside down. This is interesting. I didn't even know this. You're going to put, what I've done here is I've got the cut end of the ribbon coming through the left side, or underneath, starting on the left side, and the attached piece is on the right side. So what I'm going to do is take the cut piece, the end, let's say, put it over the top of the one that's attached to the spool, and then pull tight. And not too tight, because obviously then you'll bend your cardstock, but pretty taut. And then I'm going to hold the point down with my middle finger, the knot or the tied area. And then I form a loop, not too big. The biggest thing for me is I tweak a lot. Okay, so then I'm going to take this cut end, wrap it around the bow, and then shove it through your hole. I mean, typical way, you know how to tie a bow. Pull it through, but I don't pull it tight quite yet. I mean, this is really loose. Obviously, we're not going to leave it like this. I stick my fingers in the loops of the bow, and then I start pulling. Okay? Yes, I could stop here, but of course I won't. And literally just start pulling and tweaking, keeping my finger in the loop here on this side. Pulling, tweaking, until I get it to look the way I want. Usually, sometimes it happens quickly, oftentimes it does not, and I'm sitting here pulling and tweaking and retying and everything. Looks like I'm almost there. Now I like, somehow, hopefully that was evident in how I tied it. I'll do it again in a minute, but hopefully it was evident in how I tied it, how somehow these always end up on top and bottom for me. I don't try to do it that way. It just automatically happens. So if you're looking for an explanation there, I may not be able to help you. Alright, so this looks pretty good. I guess I'm pretty pleased with this. So, when I've got it to where I want it, well, maybe not. Told you I did lots of tweaking before I ever cut. Now I have to grab my scissors. If you want to cut a notch, I like to fold mine in half. Kind of finger press it a little bit. You fold it in half, and then go from the right hand corner up to the left at an angle, and then you've got, ooh, well, I don't like how that looks. You can redo it. It's just a scissor. Let's see. Is that one any better? Ugh, no. Alright, well, you get the picture. And if you want to avoid that, leave a longer tail. If you are not happy with how you've cut it, see, I can't stand how that looks. I will not leave it like that. So let's just go ahead and cut it at an angle. Still not perfect, but I'll let it slide. And this one I would do the same thing. Open it up and snip. Now, I don't want this bow here, so I'm going to go ahead and shimmy it over. There. And still more tweaking, of course. maybe I'd pull this one underneath here a little bit. It's basically, if you're in a hurry, then you're just going to have to accept the bow, I think, however it is. But if you have some time to play, you know, you can tweak until your heart's content. Now, what I personally prefer is to tack down the center of the bow. So I just bend it over like this, take a tape runner, find out where you want it, and stick it down. And that also helps if I'm going to, you know, it keeps it from moving as much as you go to send it or submit it or whatever, your card. But it also allows you to put some sort of embellishment here if you want to put a button or a flower or whatever. And there you have a bow. So this is an interesting ribbon to use. Like I said, it's a polyester nylon mix. Now we can also do it with a grosgrain. Let's just pluck this off. I'll leave it on. Here, we'll do this. Turn it over. And I'll show you the same thing. Let's see if we can see me tie again. Okay. So I take, again, the cut end, wrap it over the end on the spool. Oh, that's not long enough. Like that. Ah, I'm stuck. Make sure that the pieces are pretty straight, and I'm going one up, one down. This is the connected part that's connected to the spool. Holding it down again here, pinching and making a loop, wrapping around, pushing it through, and I guess this is maybe where I get the loops to be separate ends. I mean the loops, the tails. I pull this forward, or upward. Does that make sense? I guess it's forward, away from you. So as I'm pushing this piece through to form the loop, that's how now I see how I've done it. And you'll have one loop on the bottom, and you can, you know, again, as many fingers on hand on the ribbon is the better, I think, for tying these bows. So as I'm pulling the bow, the loops, I'm also pulling this tail piece down with my thumb here to try to keep it in place. Now, I don't like how that center looks, so on occasion I will take a, ooh, those are gunky scissors, but please forgive the gunk. I've been known to also come in here and gently pull out the center, make it pretty. So again, I'm not pleased with how this is looking, so we're just going to keep on tweaking until we get it where we want it. You know, this piece here, pull out. I hope this is making sense, you guys. I'm, not very good at tutorials. But I do want to share what I do, because if this helps somebody, it'll make me happy. And that's my biggest thing. I just like that there's so many of you involved in this craft that we all enjoy. And if there's any little thing that I happen to know, that comes naturally to me that I can share with you, I'm thrilled to do it. So hopefully this helps someone. Otherwise, you enjoyed listening to my voice for the past, 8 minutes, almost 9 minutes. So let's see, I guess that one's okay. I'm going to go ahead and snip and snip. Hey, stay still. And there I have another bow. Does that make sense? Does that make sense to anybody? I hope. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to leave a comment and ask, and I will try to respond if I can. Hopefully this has been clear, and if a lot of you say it's unclear, not a problem. Please just be honest, and I'll try to redo it. Maybe I'll practice a little bit beforehand. This is kind of off the cuff. So anyway, please check out the rest of the things on my blog. Don't forget to try to participate with the sketch challenge, or the sketch and or color challenge, and also when you participate, have the opportunity to win my blog candy, which is a few of my favorite things. So anyway, thanks for stopping by today. Enjoy your World Card Making Day. How exciting that it's a holiday just for us, right? Thanks again for visiting my blog. Hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.